morning, YouTubers, and welcome to Camper Tramper. Today we start working on the walls. Tools for the day. Right now, on the insulation, we got a utility knife, a tape measure, and a 4-foot square, T-square. Measuring my walls, and this might be with any of these if you got a different size. I guess this is 6 by 10, so I've got only 1, 2, 3, 4 panels that are 2 feet on center. All the rest are different sizes. So I'm going to start off by just cutting a couple panels, which I did. Cut 2 of these in half, or 1 of these in half. And I've got 1 more to cut, and then I'm going to put those in and I'll let you see how it looks. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay guys, I just want to give you a quick tip on cutting this stuff. You think it'd be easy because it's just, what, styrofoam with a little foil on the outside, but if you don't cut really close to that T-square, that cut starts drifting all over. So what I did was I measured out my 2 feet, because this one here is 2 feet on center. Let's make a mark right here. We'll go all the way through. Good enough, close enough. Put the T-square on. Line it up with the mark. And there's my mark right there. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to get my knife right on the edge so it bevels right on the end here. I'm going to keep it here all the way down, because that makes it so that the cut's square, it's tight and it's sharp, nothing's drifting. And when you bend this just like you would drywall, and then you make the rest of the cut, so, or bend it in half and cut it, so it's not too hard this way. I found this is the best way to do it. The first one I tried to cut it starting from the edge, just didn't work out that well. So put your T-square down and start at the far end near the middle, come back towards the edge, and you'll find it's a lot easier to cut. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, YouTubers, first 2 pieces are in. Went in pretty easy, not too bad. I cut them exactly to 24, and that's exactly what it is from edge to edge, and it was kind of tight. You know, sometimes you got screws back here, but I think it looks pretty good. Oops, sorry about that. I gotta cut 1 more piece for here, and then I'll be back and I'll show you what the end results are. So far though, so good. Alright, peace. Okay guys, it's going pretty good. I'm almost done, but I ran into a problem and I want to show you how I solved it. Maybe this has been on YouTube once already, I'm not sure, but just in case, I just want to show you. Okay, this panel right here, Alexa, pause. This panel right here was 19 inches wide. This has a lip on it, an L bracket that goes this way. This L bracket goes this way. So if you cut it to the right size, you can't get it inside here. So what I did, if you look very closely, you can see what I did. I cut the panel in half. Well, not all the way through, just on the face. And that allowed me to bend both sides in and then push it right in and hold it. So then I'm going to put a piece of aluminum tape over here, and that panel will be good. And I'm going to put aluminum tape, I figure, on all these seams all the way around. So just that tip right there. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, next step. I've got all my panels in except for 2, and those I'm debating on whether I want to put in, because that's where I'm going to put my windows. So I might just hold off, cut out my windows first, and then put them in right there. As you can see right here, what I did is I put aluminum tape along the seam. I joined both of these together, all the way down the bottom. So this should help seal both these, so I shouldn't have to worry about any moisture or anything getting in. And then I'm going to go through, after I do every one of these, I got holes in here from where the screws were originally. I'm going to poke holes in those just for that, and then I'll be ready to, I think, do wiring in the windows. Okay, be back. Okay, YouTubers, I'm going to quit for tonight. This is as far as I got. I'm getting there. Like I said, this panel here, I don't want to put in yet because I got to cut out for the window. Same goes for over here. We're going to do the same thing. I've still got the roof to do. It's got to be done. I got a fantastic fan today. I might want to try to put that in. I don't know if I want to do that tomorrow. I got some of it taped. I got about half of it taped. I got all the way over to here. I've still got the rest of these to do. And then tomorrow we'll start the windows. So just come out. I'm gonna come out tomorrow and finish up my installation, finish up my taping, and then that'll be it. That'll be it. We'll be ready to rock and roll. And then I'll put the insulation on the roof. Okay, as you can see, walls are in, taped up. I just taped that up there. That's where my window's gonna go, one of them. I've got all the seams nice and taped with aluminum. I'm going to continue along the floor. I'm going to put aluminum down there. And once I get all these ceiling tiles in here for the roof, I'm going to continue along there too. I got to put the wiring up before I go sealing that though. One of the things I just did was take this cowl off of this fan. That's what it looks like. Pretty simple. Just this was up in there. I'll cut the size. Fantastic! I got a fantastic fan going in there, and it's a little bigger. And this frame is still the same size, but the fan's a little bigger than this. And so I got to take this one out, but I think that's going to be a lot of work. So what I'm planning on doing right now is just I'm going to put my insulation from here to here, attach it here to here, and then I'm going to leave the frame as it is because at least the cowl will fit in there. But there's a lot of work to be done to get that fan in. So I've got 1, 2, 3 full pieces to put in, and I don't know if I do something back here with this corner, this edge, and I got to do this top here. Got to do that, and I'll be ready to do windows. But those might not get done today. That might be a next weekend project. I've been at it quite a long time today already, and I'm starting to get a little beat. I want to take some time to do something else for today. So let me put in my last pieces, then I'll show you what my handiwork looks like. Okay, be right back. Okay, walls are all taped, ceiling is taped up the fan vent. The window is kind of roughly in place. I still have to cut it out, of course. I know where I want it. I didn't put up the other window, but it's going to go right there. Everything came out looking pretty good, and now everything's all sealed up. My wife just varnished the doors, put some poly on there. They look pretty good. I still got to do this area, but I think this area here is where I'm going to run my wires and my solar panels, my chase. So I might use this as a wire chase to go across. And then I still got to do this, but I'm kind of tired. I don't think I want to go any further today. I think that's about it for today. I think we're going to wrap this one up, call it a day, and get started again early tomorrow. So for this Saturday afternoon, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Good morning, YouTubers. Sunday. I don't even know what day this might be day 4 or day 5 of our project. Yesterday, as you saw, I got a lot of the inside done. I got the wall sealed. I got the tape on the walls, and it's all ready to put the walls back up. I was really debating if I wanted to put the wiring in first, which I think I probably should, and then put the walls back up. But there was a change of plan, so we decided to bite the bullet, and we went to Lowe's last night. We picked up some maple plywood, which looks really, really nice, and we got some polystane or oil. Actually, I think it's called Danish oil. Let me show you what we got, and maybe this might be something you might want to do in your project. So this is what we decided to go with on the walls. It's maple plywood. Got it from, like I said, got it from Lowe's. It wasn't cheap. Like anything you buy, birch plywood or whatever. This is like 26 bucks a sheet. We ended up buying 10 sheets. I'm going to put it on the ceiling and on the walls. And then we're going to finish it with this stuff. We got this at Lowe's also. I think this was about $9 for the can. But it's easy wipe on, and we did it last night. We took on the back of this board, because this is going to be the front of one of our boards. Let me just flip this board over and I'll show you what we got. Okay, so what we did was we used that stain, that Watco Danish stain, or oil, I'm sorry, oil, put that on this section of the wood, and then this is the natural unfinished side. So you can see there's a bit of a difference, but this looks really nice. It's smooth. My wife just rubbed in a little bit last night. Doesn't use a lot, but it really brings out the grain. I think we're going to be happy with that on the inside. Alright, let me go get started on my day. Okay, I've set up my first piece that I'm going to cut for the ceiling. It's 69 inches long. So, as you can see, I marked off 69 inches here. And what I did, just so I can make sure I have a nice straight cut and a guide, on the edge of a saw, you can see that this from here to here is 1 inch. So that's exactly what I did here. I just took and I measured over 1 inch, marked it all the way down 2 places, clamped that level on there, and now that's going to be my guide for cutting that piece off. So I'll do that one piece. Okay, that was a wall piece. This was cut to 70 inches, and that should be just enough even with the trim to give me some space. So let me go cut the rest. I've got 7 more to cut. Okay, all 3 pieces are cut for the ceiling, and my wife is going to stain these up with that oil I showed you, the Danish oil, and I'm going to get started on the walls, so I'll be back. Okay, this piece is going to go right there. Second piece is going to fill this spot. And I'm going to do separate ones for up there, so let me go cut another one. Alright, this is the last 4-foot wide piece. The next couple pieces I gotta cut, I'm gonna cut 1 in half, which will give me, 2 pieces for here. And then I've gotta cut the fronts, which are only 39 inches. So I'm gonna have a little bit of waste, but hopefully I gotta have a piece for over here on the door. So let's just kind of get this roughly in place. Guess I should take this down. I kind of know where my wall windows are going to go on the outside, so this one is going to go in here all the way against the door frame. Like that, like so. Alright, so that's all my easy cuts. Just cut across the top was easy. Now I got to cut 1 in half, downsize in half. Cut these, like I said, 2 of these, this one and this one at 39 inches, then I got like a 15 here, so, and that'll take care of the walls. And then the ceiling will be next, but those are already cut, but my wife's working on the staining. She wanted to do that first, make it easier. And then once these are all in, she's going to stain these right inside the trailer, so. Okay, all the pieces are cut to length. I still got to rip a couple in half, but I just wanted to show you something. This is about what the saying, measure twice, cut once. I just want to show you this. Alright. So I assumed that because I have a 10-foot camper, or enclosed trailer, that it was going to be 10 foot from the back all the way to the front. And I could just like rip 2 4-foot panels, or have 2 4-foot panels and then a 2-foot, that equals 10 feet, right? Well, that's not the case, because if you look at the floor, and this pretty much measures up with my lines, I've only got 116 inches to the edge where this first board's going to go, so that means, 120 is 10 feet, so if I would have went with that, I would have been 4 inches over and I would have had to recut, and I would have wasted some material. So I gotta go back out, remeasure for my last, thank God I didn't cut anything yet, and then cut it down to 20 inches instead of 24, and I think I'll be good. So let me go do that and I'll be back. Okay, first panel is up. It's not fully installed, I just kind of have it locked in place. What I did is I put a little cleat down here at the bottom. I put a quick screw in it, not enough to go through the floor, but just enough to attach it to the floor, so it's not going completely through. And I wanted to maintain this distance here. halfway right down the stud, so I got something to grip onto here, and I want to put my next one in. So I've got the first one in. First screw looks good, right in the middle of the stud. Well, I had to drill it, and I'm using these to attach them. I got these at Home Depot. They work pretty good. And then I've just got I forgot what size drill bit it is. I think it's a 3/32, and you know, my drill, of course. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go from the edge of this board over 2 feet, because I got 2 feet on center, and I'm going to mark like 3 of them so I can get this panel attached, and then put a couple more screws in, and the first panel will be up, and I'll go to the next one. Be back. Okay, so I got the first panel in. Second panel's going in. I've got the first screw in to secure it. I've got the gap down to maybe an eighth of an inch, not even an eighth of an inch, maybe 1/16. And we got, what I did is I measured over from the edge of the panel over 2 feet, and I measured down 2 feet, so about every couple feet I got screws. And I put little X's. I know you can't see them, but I got X's there so I know where to drill. My drill has 2 settings. I'm putting on number 2, the high speed, to go through here because I gotta go through metal. And I don't push too hard because I don't want to break my drill bit, so let the drill do the work for me. It's a little hot. Alright, I'm using a number 2 Phillips screw head for my drill. I'm going to swap this back down to low speed because I don't want to blow through my panels. And I'm going just enough to break the surface of the plywood. What I'm going to do, my wife is going to stain this afterwards, so I'm going to, I got a little countersunk. I'm going to put some wood putty over here. We got some that's stainable. And then after that's done, after all these in, then she can go over top of it and she can stain all these panels. Perfect. Okay. I gotta do the edges here. Draw those in, drill them out. Okay, YouTubers, here's a little tip I want to give to you. I'm putting this panel in. Right here is the metal beam, and right here I put a screw in, but it didn't seem to hit anything. So either there's already a nail hole there, and it's bigger than the screws I got. I don't know how I missed it, but I've got a magnet. This is one that came out of a hard drive. These are pretty powerful. So what I did is I just put it up here, and it kind of finds the middle of the stud for me. So I just let it kind of float here. Wherever the strongest point is, that's right where the stud is. And so I'm just going to mark my spot where this is, and then I'm going to drill my hole. No more blind. Okay, be right back. Okay, after a hard day's work, the walls are in. And it looks great. It looks a lot better than what they had in here originally. This stuff is really nice. It's worth the money. My wife's got to finish it up though, but it looks really, really good. I'm happy with it. The only thing I had a problem with was right here. You can see it sticks out, it flushes. There's nothing to nail it to because when I measured from here, the edge of the wall, over to this beam, 4 feet is here. There's nothing here that it hits to. So our bed's going to go here, and I've got to put a window in, so I've got to figure a way to just hold this for now until after I get the windows in. And then that'll be done. I still have this to do. I still got a little bit of insulation to do and some board cutting, but I'm pretty tired. I'm done right now. It's 4:30. I've been on this pretty much all day. You know, got a lot of work done. It looks good. So As always, thumbs up if you like the video, thumbs down if you don't. Please subscribe if you're not a subscriber. I'd really appreciate it. And you guys have a great night. Thank you.